Hi everyone and welcome to NameHero. I'm Ryan, the founder and CEO. In today's video, I want to talk about how you can build a beautiful website for the next year using our web page builder called Website Titan. So let's talk about this really quick. You know, back in the late 90s, there was web page builders and there was HTML. The web page builders out there kind of sucked. I mean, to put it honestly, you know, I know my first website, I launched it on GeoCities and they had their little page builder. You dragged and dropped. Well, you didn't really drag and drop. You just could edit certain areas and it would publish, and it looked horrible. So that's why I personally learned HTML, and I figured if I was going to have a dynamic website, I also had to learn how to code, and it was quite the learning curve to get a good looking website online, and not to mention that, I also had to learn to use Photoshop and design graphics and to make my site to where it would look presentable or how I wanted it to look to get anywhere. Well, nowadays you can use WordPress. That's the most popular content management system out there. And I would say at NameHero, and the majority of our customers, they do use WordPress. And of course, our platform has been fully optimized for your WordPress website. You can upload as many different themes as you would like into your WordPress, and you can optimize it so it's extremely fast on our high-speed cloud. However, there is still the need to have another solution for those that don't even want to use WordPress. And let me give you an example. One of my cousins, he's a great guy and he's a great businessman. And we were talking, I think it was about a couple months ago, about his website for his business. And he said, we're probably going to hire it out for someone to redo it because I'm not that happy with it. But we would go with NameHero. You just don't have a page builder that I really like. And I don't want to use WordPress. I just want something that I can kind of drag and drop. And, but this is a business, Ryan, and the site's got to look really good. But, so I'm kind of at a standstill. I don't know if I, need to hire someone out, and that's what we're kind of leaning towards. But if you had a page builder, that would be really nice. And so I got to thinking, how many people out there like my cousin that are looking for a really professional looking website, and, they don't want to hire it out, or maybe they're on the fence of hiring it out, but they still need something in the meantime, and they don't want to fool with WordPress. Okay, I got you, and I hear you loud and clear. So we have developed or came out with our free web page builder called Website Titan. And on all of our web hosting packages, Website Titan comes pre-installed and ready to go. With Website Titan, you can easily pick a pre-made premium theme, drag and drop and customize and edit your website to your liking, and then you can publish it. And this is different than a lot of the other page building services out there, as all the files are then hosted directly on your hosting account with us at NameHero. So you get to take advantage of all the features that we have at NameHero, such as our high-speed cloud, our really fast servers, our free and automatic SSL, the Cloudflare and Railgun, our automatic malware scanning, and all these features you still get to take advantage of because your site's not hosted kind of remotely. It's hosted on your account and they're your files. So no one can access your files but you. They're not hosted on some other server that's shared amongst others and that your site's using the page builder and it's just pulling it. It doesn't work that way. So once you publish your site, you actually click publish and it uploads or it FTPs into your account and publishes everything inside of there. And so that way you can back up your site just like you could if you had a WordPress install. And so this is, I guess it's been probably 7 or 8 months ago since Website Titans came out, and we've had a lot of success with it. I mean, we have a lot of customers that really do enjoy it. And, I know that the majority of people want WordPress, and we're going to continue offering that and optimizing it. But for those that, want something still a little simpler, we do have our website builder. And so in today's video, I just want to demonstrate it a little bit more and show you how you would go about setting that up and picking your website template and editing it. And likewise, our resellers out there. So the packages I'm talking about are our web hosting, which are right here if I click. But our resellers that resell hosting, they also, we've heard them loud and clear that come to us and say, well, the reseller hosting is great. And of course it suits all my WordPress customers, but we would like to have the ability to offer a website builder. So if you're a reseller out there and you're watching this for $5 a month, you can also offer this to all your customers. And it doesn't matter if you have one customer, 10, or even 100, you can offer it to them. It's just a one monthly rate at $5. So feel free to reach out to our sales team, and we're going to be implementing a little box on the sign up. So if you have not signed up with our reseller hosting yet, maybe you're waiting for our big Black Friday sale that's coming up or Cyber Monday sale. When you go to sign up for your package, especially by then, there'll be a little checkbox that asks that. And so I'll also be featuring this video to explain it to those resellers as well. But right now I've got my hosting account set up. I'm not going to bore you with that setup, but I will tell you if you're watching this video and you're interested in working with us at NameHero and you've been kind of sitting on the fence because you didn't know, are you going to hire someone or do you want to mess with WordPress? I'm talking specifically about all of these packages here, the Starter, Plus, Turbo, and Business. All of these have Website Titan pre-installed and ready to go. And on the screen, you see our US data center. If you click NL for, let's go down here. For our Netherlands data center, it's got it as well. So regardless of which data center you choose, you also have this feature. So one of the questions that we might get though too is, what package do I need since it comes free with all of them? Well, it also goes down to how many websites you need, because Website Titan can make websites for more than one domain. So our Starter allows hosting for 1, the Plus is 6, the Turbo is unlimited, and the Business is unlimited. So, most people, they kind of lean towards the Plus, and I've got other videos where I talk about that, the Starter and Plus are good for individuals, specifically those that are starting new businesses or just want to have their own blog. The Turbo and Business, they're more geared for online-based businesses. So if your business is online, you should probably choose one of these. And the second reason is kind of look at how complex or big your site's going to be. If you're just going to have a couple pages, which Website Titan can do unlimited pages, but the more pages you have, kind of the more power that you need, the more RAM and the more inode space or the more file space. So if you click the I button here by the storage, you can see the Turbo and Business are both allow for 500,000 files, whereas the Starter and the Plus are 250,000 files. So also thinking about files, look at your email addresses. If you're going to be using email on your package with us, and you have a lot of users, more than 5 or 6 people that's going to have an email account, you probably want to lean more towards the Turbo and Business. Now, if you're going to be using G Suite, or you have your own email service, Zoho Mail, then that's really irrelevant. You're just kind of looking at the size of your website. And then also, each package does give an estimate of about the number of visitors that each one can sustain. So if you have a new site, then of course you're not sure where it's going to be, so you could start with the Starter and then you can pay as you grow. If you have an existing site, look at your Google Analytics, see how many visitors you're getting, and then make your decision that way. But I think a lot of people, especially just starting out, like the Plus Cloud because you do have the ability to do 6 websites. And in this video I'm going to show you really quickly how to make a website that's premium. So you can have one for your main website, and during the holidays you might have a special promotion, or you might have a personal website, or you might have a specific cause or charity or organization that you run that needs a website as well. So I think that's why most people like to start with the Plus, and then that extra gig of RAM too does increase performance. So let's go log into my demo account, and I'm going to show you where Website Titan is and how quick and easy it is to make a beautiful looking website. Even if you're a beginner, you can have absolutely no experience necessary to use Website Titan. So if you're watching this for the first time and you have no idea how to make a website, if you can follow my directions here, you'll be well on your way to having a beautiful website. So again, I've already got my account set up, so I'm going to log into the client area at NameHero. So if you're following along, that's what you want to do at this time. All right, so I'm logged in here, and I need to navigate to my hosting package. So I'm going to click on Cloud Web Hosting, and I'm demonstrating with a Turbo hosting account called Realbond. So I've got several in here for my demo. So click on that one. And this is the main page of the hosting package at NameHero. This is kind of where you have an overview of your account with us and how much it costs and renews at and all that fun stuff. But we need to go into cPanel to access Website Titan. So right here you have the link, and you also have the link here. We also have it in your welcome email, so you can save that. But if I click this, I'm inside of cPanel. And cPanel, if you're not familiar with it, I like to look at it like an operating system. If I'm using a Mac, and so when I boot up my Mac, I have all these icons I can click on to do stuff, such as get on the internet or, pull up my emails or go chat with my friends or colleagues or whatnot. At NameHero, we use cPanel, and cPanel kind of operates in the same way. Anything you want to do with your website, you just click on one of these icons and you can, such as set up email addresses as well or add extra domains. Everything can be done inside of here. But if I scroll on down, you're going to see Website Titan has a block for itself. And inside this block, you can see these are all different types of premium templates or themes that come free with Website Titan. So this gives you, an easy way to kind of scroll through and to look at some of these, for whatever website that you are wanting to build. It kind of gives you an idea. You can also go to the top here in this search box. It's what I use most of the time. And if you start typing in website, you'll see Website Titan Builders under software. So it's in a couple different places. And so if I just click Website Titan Builder, I'm then brought to the interface to where all these themes are as well. So, if that one block's kind of catch your eye, but you can really browse through them all by going into the main section here. So there is an assistant right here that will kind of guide you through. And, I recommend doing this. So if this is your first time and you log into your account, click Get Started, and it'll kind of walk you through, the steps. Pick a theme. Once you've picked a theme, click on Pages. And as you do these things, it's going to keep on going. It's going to keep telling you. But I'm going to close it out since I'm essentially what I'm doing in this video. But it is helpful if you're brand new to it, even after you watch this video, to follow that so you'll get even better idea of how you need to go about building your site. So the first thing is to pick your theme. And the good news is if you do this and you set it up and the next day you're like, I really like the other theme, you can change it at any time. So it's never hard to go back. Once you choose, it's not like you're stuck with that forever. And as I said, if you have a different domain, you can see my site here is Real Bonds and there's nothing on it. But if I had multiple domains, I could also switch. I could switch my websites and they would be in here as well. So again, I've got Real Bonds, but you can have as many as 6 with the Plus package, and then the Turbo and the Business is unlimited. The starter is just 1. So you can have unlimited websites as well. So let's go back to themes. And let's pick one. So first off, if you just click all, it shows, everything that's out there. And so what I like to is you can click by category. If you kind of have, what you're looking for specifically, that helps. The all section is quite, extensive. There's 354 templates, so it might take you a little bit to browse through them. But, also one thing I like about the all category is even because it's tailored to a certain niche or niche, however you may say it, for example, a barber, that doesn't mean that you couldn't use it for another product or service or website. So, keep that in mind too, that just because your business or website falls into a different category doesn't mean you can't customize one to your exact needs. So if you're not finding something, inside a specific category, feel free to go to all and try to find it that way. If I go into business, you're going to see these are, more geared towards just basic companies, and so you kind of will have an idea of they look really professional, and whatever your business is doing, this will kind of guide you through that. Travel, I know travel blogs and travel-based websites are really popular right now. So, all these different categories. Others, let's see what's in others. So like a factory, fishing. This firefighters helping you stay safe firefighter. So yeah, this is like firefighter equipment. Really everything's been thought of. Wedding websites. I know that was big for me several years ago. My wife and I got married. We had a wedding registry website set up because our wedding was a destination wedding. So we built a website together, and we used WordPress, but you could use this to show people not only where the registry and stuff is, because people from out of town wanted to send gifts, but for those traveling, and we gave specific information on where the hotel was and how to book your trip and the travel agent and all that, and as well as the itinerary. So that's an idea you might want to go over. Pet care, professional stylist, a welder, it's a tech fix. That's pretty cool. These tech fix stores are everywhere. The screen phone fixers and stuff. Dirt bikes, books, plumbing. That's pretty cool. I think maybe we'll go play with that one here in a second. Cleaning service. Gosh, I know a lot of those in Kansas City that make a really good bit of money cleaning homes and stuff. Garage. So I'm just going to go through some of these categories, and we'll find one and play with it. Photography. So if you take pictures and maybe you offer picture taking services, this is a good place to build that site and display your portfolio. Real estate. I know we've got a lot of real estate agents out there. I see the emails all the time trying to set up. So if you're a real estate agent or maybe a broker, you could set up your site here. I know nowadays too with real estate agents, a lot of the companies out there, they're larger companies that you go work for, that you sell for, Remax and Keller Williams. There's all kinds of them out there. But still, it's beneficial to have your own website, and then you can link out to your Keller Williams site or your Remax site. So, keep that in mind too. but all kinds of different themes for that and more. Gosh, every single thing you can think of, health, restaurants, event, portfolio, blog, personal, consulting, web design, technology, education, e-commerce, profile, classical, hosting. Let's go take a look at hosting. So, even if you're a reseller out there and you're wanting to build your site with this and not use WordPress, hey, you have some good options here. I know this one here and this one here. I've seen those at NameHero before. And so let's see, coming soon, sports. Even coming soon pages are pretty cool. If you're just about to launch your site, you can use these type of pages to, put a coming soon countdown and put an email submit so people could join your list and learn about your services. It's soon to launch. Lawyers, that's a big one too. Every lawyer needs to have a website to get their information out there. So really there is no niche or niche that's not covered, and you cannot find a template to get your site online. And you'll notice that Web Design even has one. You can use Website Titan to build sites out for your clients. So those of you that are, just beginners out there, most clients out there, they just want a nice looking website. And, if you're upfront with them, hey, I'll get your site built out, don't be deceptive. Don't tell them you're not going to make it from scratch. They just want the site built out. So this is also the ability to do that. And some people are scared to use templates because they say, well, there's another site out there that will have the same one. The internet's such a big place nowadays, things are used all the time. And so I doubt that, someone visiting your site's going to run across another site with the exact same template and the exact same business as yours. So I would not worry about it. I know that was a huge thing like in the late 90s and early 2000s that people used to say. But man, nowadays, and especially how you can customize these, you can really customize the look and feel to where no one even notices that it's a template. No one's going to see that it's done by Website Titan. You can remove anything like that's on there, and you can just make it completely yours, completely customized. So let's just go back to, I want to go back to that plumber one. I think it was in, I'm hoping it was in business. Nope, let's search for it. Let's see if the plumber, I like that. I thought that one looked pretty cool. And their search isn't showing it. Of course not. Oh, there it is. Okay. Let's type in plumb and there's a plumbing. So if you own a plumbing business and you're wanting to get your site online, let's go take a look at this one. So this looks pretty cool. And so you can demo and activate. So if I click demo, this goes to the demo page so you can check it out before you activate it. And so you can see it's got a nice header. I like this, and I like the address and call us and the hours. Because any business owner, small business owner, what size business you have is it really irrelevant. As long as you have a good looking website, you can make yourself look like a pretty large company. And so I think that a website nowadays, it's more important than an address, than a phone number. It is your digital address. Everyone's carrying a phone with them in their pocket, and I can promise you, if someone's sink is leaking, they're going to be underneath that sink, like me, like I've been before, with the flashlight on, and they're going to be Googling plumbers in whatever city to try to find some help. And I think that when people are searching for services like this, what they're looking for mainly is address, and we'll see where they're located in regards to their address. They want a phone number because, like me, my sink's leaking. A website's great to get the information, but then I'm going to call them because I want to know if they can come out right now. And then hours, so I know what time I can call. So I like this theme because it kind of meets all those qualifications. And of course, you've got a kind of a default logo, but you could use this for the time being, or even get your own made. I like the social media links here because, of course, people like to check out your Facebook. Google Plus is not around anymore, so that's irrelevant. But Twitter, RSS feed. But you have this nice little, I like this here kind of adds some character here, this little graphic to talk about, what you offer. And looks, they've got a spelling error. I guess no one spell checked this, but whatever, that happens. So the features, of course, here's what you offer. Going down here, your frozen pipes, gosh, winter times, we're just here. So if that's going to be a big one. The right plumber makes a difference. So this one kind of touts, the number of branches and projects and workers you have. And this shows some projects. See, this is cool. Showing some stuff that you're doing. Review all projects, got a newsletter, some links or some social verification here. Put some clients' logos, and then kind of the bottom footer here of stuff. You got an About Us page to where you can display, about your company. Gosh, you could put your team members. That's really cool. Some testimonials. blog. So another feature that I like about Website Titan is you can write blogs inside of it. And so of course, if you don't want to, you don't have to, but it's got a section in it, much like WordPress, to where if you want to have a blog for your plumbing site, which I do not think is a bad idea. You know, if you're offering plumbing services, search engines like Google, they eat this type of content up. You know, a plumber that writes a blog, gosh, you're going to start ranking more and more and more. And I'm in Kansas City, and I guarantee you, if I went searching right now, the top ones will probably be larger companies that have probably, you know, really tweaked and stuff to get their site ranked. But if you're an independent company out there and you're wanting to go compete with some of the larger companies out there, start blogging once a day, once a week at least, 5 posts a week. You know, do that and you will grow your business. And I'm going to do some videos soon on inbound marketing, you know, using blogs and content to market, because it's such an easy way. But the reason why people don't do it is because it does take more work than advertising, but it's so much cheaper. And the long-term results of inbound marketing are so much greater than in one single ad campaign. But you know, it's kind of off subject a little bit, but it kind of got me excited. Contact us. You know, you can set up a nice, easy contact form. You know, mentioning when I had a leaky sink I guess it's been about a year ago, you know, I reached out to a couple contact forums because what I noticed is if the hours were closed, I hate voicemail, and I like to send this just because I was on my computer or on my phone researching, and I could drop them an email to have them give me a ring in the morning when they got in. So, you know, that's a nice thing. And then, of course, the maps are nice because people could, you know, map their house out to see the direction. So then they know, you know, do you service their local area? If so, how close is your headquarters? So how close could you get out the next day or that night? And of course, that basic information, you know, location and call. That's good stuff. And then services. Of course, that's essential for a service-based company. What services do you offer? Okay, so I like this site. We've demoed it. So now we're just going to activate it. So I can close out the demo. Okay, so now Website Titan's going to do its thing. It just takes a little bit here for that template to get live inside of your environment. All right, so now we can edit everything. So you can see as I begin to highlight over stuff, you know, it gets selected. And this is how that essentially I go and make my websites and, you know, customize every single piece of it to make it look like how I want to. So let's talk first, you know, about some of these sections and how you would go about, you know, making them to be yours. So like this guy, you just click on stuff. So we'll start here with this guy here and this header here, and then we'll move around. So if I click this guy, you've got this image that came with the theme by default, and you could delete him or you could upload your own image. And so I think for a lot of people out there, especially if you're a beginner, you know, this is free to use, so why not use it? I mean, I think it looks really good. So, you know, I would just probably leave him and expertise in all areas. So if I click this here and I can start to type. So let's see. So a good headline from here would be something like this, you know, good catchy headline. We fix leaks in KC. So you can make your headline there. So we fix leaks in KC, your local Kansas City plumber. And then of course you can, I'm a paragraph, go to Website Titan, you can add your own text. I'm a great place for how you tell a story about you. Boom. So I just typed that off the top of my head. I hope it sounds all right. But, you know, I think you get the idea. You can start, you know, we fix leaks in KC, your local Kansas City plumber. We know how irritating it is when your pipes are leaking and how urgent a situation it can be. We're on call 24/7, 365 to help when you need it most. Born and raised in Kansas City, we're here to serve our community. So, you know, something like that. So when someone goes to your site, you know, what the heck do you do? Well, here's what we do. You know, here's just a summary. And of course, you could change that as the different times and seasons went. You know, right now we're towards the tail end of fall. Leaks and stuff are going to come about with the winter time with frozen pipes, or we could even do this. We unfreeze pipes in KC. Something like that, very blunt and to the point. So you see, so people, when they get online and they're searching, they've got a problem. So your job's to help solve the problem. Well, their pipes are frozen. It's wintertime. It's Kansas City. It's really cold. We unfreeze pipes in KC, your local Kansas City plumber. People I've also found, and me included, I like to work with local people. For me, nothing's more irritating than calling into a service-based industry and getting a call center in Charlotte, North Carolina, or Los Angeles, California, or New York, and I'm looking to get a plumber in Kansas City. So, really touting that you're local to the area will really help improve your conversion rate. So, stuff like that. And again, that gets into more kind of off-subject stuff, but just some web marketing stuff from my experience. This is a call to action, so no more. This will take them to your service page, and you can change this to whatever you want. So know more, learn more, or you could even do something like this. Get your pipes unfrozen, and then you could link to the page here. So I can type in a URL, or if I have a page created, which there's some default ones like services, so I can link it to the service page. And of course I need to change this here. So my domain is realbonds.com. I probably should have created a website based on financial, but anyways, this is what it would be. And click add link. And now when someone clicks that, it will take them to my service page. So I can close that. Go on down here, our featured services, frozen pipes, and I'm a paragraph. Go to Website Titan Editor to add your own text. And so, of course, you can change this, delete this. So you can do something like this. Here's our most popular services. Make sure to contact us. We can add a link to the contact page. And again, we have to change the URL. So us.sitepad. Sitepad's our partner with Website Titan. So we want to change this to your website. And actually, I need to go into the settings and change that, so that will change. We can add link. And then we can edit. Obviously, we could edit, what the featured services are. So, I don't want to bore you on this video by going through and, editing every single piece of this, but I think you kind of get the idea of where I'm going. But let's talk about changing those links, because it's already getting annoying for me. So let's just click update. Notice I'm not clicking publish yet. So like if I go to my site, I've made these edits and I've selected my template, but still there's nothing there. That's because I haven't published it. So until you publish it, it just stays in the editor and not here. So you can make all these edits and your customers don't see, this kind of half-done website, so you want to make your site before you publish it. But I want to go into some of the settings and show you. So I'm just going to click close here. And I'm going to go down. So I got my dashboard. Let's just go through each one of these links. One, I've got my dashboard, and this shows my usage, okay? Your media, you can have up to 200 megabytes of media in your media folder. And of course, you've got a web hosting account with us at NameHero, so you can have additional space there, but 200 megabytes of that you're going to run out. But if so, we'll show you how to edit it somewhere else. Sites, you have one site, but you can have unlimited. You have 7 pages, but you can have unlimited, and there's only one blog post. So if I go to pages and all pages, you can see here's all the pages that we demoed earlier. So there's a header and the footer, the home page, about services, contact, and blog page. So let's check out this header really quick, because that is important too. So the header, it's on every page. So there's only one section though to edit this, so you don't have to go to each page and edit it, because that would be really frustrating, right? So the header, you just do it once and save it or update it, and it will publish to your entire site. So if I go to here and I can click on this stuff here. So now we want to change this. So my website, we're going to change that in the settings. The address, I think we might change that in the settings as well. Let's see. Yes, that's in there as well. So this is really to remove elements from the header section of your site. If you wanted to change where stuff was spaced out, you could. Like Google Plus, it's not not around anymore. So see, you can easily delete that. Facebook.com, put, I'm just gonna type in real bonds as an example. Twitter, real bonds, whatever. So you add your social icons here, and there's many other social icons in here, like YouTube, RSS. So this is like your RSS feed. If you have one, and that comes with your blog. If you don't know what that is and you're a plumber, you probably just take that off because it's probably not relevant. But Instagram, YouTube, what else is on here? Pinterest, Google Plus, not around anymore. So you got those options. And when you edit that, it takes away those icons. So, it changes it up to make it look right. Looking here, like we've got our icon, the color, the icon background. So, if you wanted to change that, and if you wanted this to be a different color, it's like a bluish, dark bluish, we could do that and close. And see, it changes. You can change the colors of those icons. And all we're doing is just clicking on that style. Clicking in the middle here, these three dots, and I can go down and to that icon. For some reason, I'm not selecting it here, so let's get it selected. Right here, so icon background, so we could change that to that dark blue. Close it. Yes. So you can see you can customize every bit of this to make it look just like you want your site to look. Let's see what we got here. This is the inner column. Style, edit element style. I don't see anything in here that we want to specifically edit. Let's see for that icon. So in each one of these boxes, they're containers where you can change stuff up. And so again, that's the default logo. This is the web, and I'm going to show you how to change this in just a second. So this is the logo style. Nothing else in there that we want to change. This is your menu links, so I'll show you how to change these as well. So I guess let's just change this icon to match these others, and then we'll move about our tutorial here. If I go down here, and you click that again, you have to click right over in here to where we can get the icon. So icon background, and I'm going to make it that blue, so close. All right, and I made it a little different color, so that's always the challenge, to get those colors to match up. Let's see, it's getting closer. See, I'm OCD, so I'd sit here all day, so I'm not going to. So we'll just keep it at that. Let's click update. All right, so there's our header. So what we do is close again and go back through here. So we got the same for the footer. So again, you edit the bottom portion of the site. You only have to do it once. You don't have to do it over and over again. Then the home is the front page. It's what you see when you first load it, your about, services, and contact page, as well as your blog posts page. This shows all your blog posts. And I'm going to talk about that here in a second. But first, let's just jump a second to settings, because I do want to show you how to do this. If you go to settings in general, this is where you edit the information about your website. So, site title. That sounds kind of long, doesn't it? So you'd enter your company name or website name. The most honest plumber in Kansas City. It's kind of a tagline about your site. And again, once you go look at it, if you need to make some changes, you can. And this would be your email address, but it's not populated right now, so we don't have to worry about that. And this just change the date format, the time format. The week starts on Monday, and you're in English. Save changes. All right. What else we got here? So if we go to, let's see, writing. This is for the blog posts, and there's no category set up, so that's where that would be. Reading, your front page shows the home page, and the blog post shows the blog page shows the post, your blog post. You could always change this up to the front page to show your blog. So, this is helpful if you're using a template or theme and you're trying to run a blog from this, not use WordPress. That's a big different feature than most editors out there, is they don't have the capability to do blogging. They just have the capability to launch a website. So, that by default, that's how it's set, but you can always change it. And then you can also, get some different options here, like the full width blog, hide user details, hide the date on your blog, hide the navigation on your blog. If you do not want this to be listed in search engines, which of course I don't know why you'd not want it in search engines, but you could not. You save those changes. If we head to media, so this is the size of your images, and just leave this default unless you specifically know what you're doing. Editor settings, so this is this got a spell checker, just the width and stuff. So this just kind of shows the editor that you're going to be using. I wouldn't mess with that stuff. Whoops. Google Maps. So in order to show Google Maps, you have to enter their API key and their server API key that's used together. And so you would get this following these directions here. You would just need to log in to your Google Devs console and just click here and follow the steps. As long as you have a Google account, it's free to set up, but you need specific keys for your website. That way, it's not one key for all sites. It's the key specific to your site. So you get that information from Google to use the Maps location. That's very, very beneficial. Contact form. All right, so I know this was a question when I did a video a couple years ago on another page builder. One of the most common questions I got is, how do I get the contact form to work? Well, this is how. Use PHP mail, since you're going to be on our servers here. And this is to, so who is it going to come? This is going to go, who is it coming to? So you would enter your email address here. So, my email address is ryan@namehero.com. So the form would go here. Now from, who's it coming from? So when you get a new email, who's it going to come from? So I could put like website@namehero.com. The subject's going to be whatever the form name is from the blog name, and you could change this. Something like this, a static. A success message, so after they enter their information, you could put what you want to tell them. Something like this, thank you for your contacting us. We'll return your message within business hours, Monday through Friday. Or if you work all the time, you could say, we'll return your message shortly. Failure message, this is if they didn't enter something that they should have. And you can just leave it blank until you figure out what you want to do. Recaptcha, so this helps prevent spam to your contact form. And you click here, and this is through Google as well. It's free to set up. It's super easy, but you just need to go to this link and get your keys. I'll do another video to where I show how to set up the reCAPTCHA, but it's super easy. Just follow in here. Allowed media types. So if you want to allow them to send attachments, such as a text file, document, PDF, or whatnot, you could put it in here. You'd want to be really careful with this, because someone could send you a malicious file that could really mess your stuff up. So, I wouldn't recommend attachments unless you specifically say like a JPG or a JPEG, because there's just too much shady stuff going on nowadays. Add new email template, enter the contact form ID. So this is whatever the contact form is. This would kind of bind these settings to that. So I'm just going to save it because it will go here to the default. All right, so there's our contact stuff. Google Analytics. So if you have Google Analytics, this tells you how many visitors you're getting and where they're coming from. Of course, if you don't have it, go to Google Analytics and sign up. It's 100% free, and you just need a tracking ID. You don't have to paste the code or anything complicated. Just put it in here and save. MailChimp. So this is if you want to have a subscriber pop up. I know we have something like this on NameHero's blog. I'll just show you real quick if you'll show. It's like when you go to NameHero's blog and on first load or so, it might take a second. I might already close it out on here. But anyways, you can go to NameHero's blog and you'll see it. But after some time, you'll get a pop-up here that asks to join our mailing list. You can, oh, there it is, like this. So you can set this up through MailChimp if you want that on your website. So you just go to MailChimp, and so you have to go to MailChimp.com. This is assuming you have a MailChimp account, but they make it very easy to integrate on here. So you could set that up. The cookie consent. So nowadays, especially if you have EU traffic, you have to have this cookie consent. And at NameHero, it shows up down here when you hit the site, but then accept it. So you could set this up here. You just have to turn it on, and you could set up your own cookie consent area. But if you're in the United States, you don't really have to worry about that yet, but you might do it just for good practice anyways. Then we got our site. So let's go back to our blog and check out some more of our pages. I want to talk about the contact form since we set those settings. Just want to make sure that we have all that set correctly. Loads it up here. Okay, so you can see this is the contact page, and just like the other page we played with, we can edit anything here. Oh, and now you'll notice Ryan's Plumbing is showing up here in the top. It's not saying just my site or whatever, Ryan Plumbing, whatnot. And of course, I could also edit my hours and stuff. But I can edit all this text. It's just drag, drop, whatever. And also on my left side here, I've got a bunch of stuff that I can drag on here and add. So if there's other stuff that you're wanting to add, such as maybe a service box, a video, audio, video slider, video light box, comments, calendar, there's all kinds of stuff that you can add to your pages. You kind of drag it over here. If you want to add, more items, you can. And so it makes it very simple to just kind of customize what you want and so make the site look and feel as you please. But the contact form, you can see you got the name, email address, and message. But this box here just popped up when I clicked in here. And so this is the contact form itself. And so if you want to add new fields like, your city. So label, let's just type in your city here. And so maybe you want to do one as your city, and text, is it text area, and email, whatever type it is, and maybe it's just text. Let's put it there. Is it required or is it not? Use label as a placeholder. There we go. And yes, so you can also add additional styling, stuff like that. I'm not going to, but that's how you add different stuff to it. I'm just going to close this now. So now you can see you got name, email, message, and city. And if I click, I can also drag these to change it up. Enter your name, enter your email, enter your city, and your message. Or you could change that message to How can we help? Boom. So, you can customize this to however best works for your site and to make it, very custom for your visitors. Go through here and edit these so you can change, if you want to change out your location, you can do that here. So like 123 Design Road, I could enter my address inside of here. And so you're opening SitePad Editor. So you can open the big editor to where you can really see it, and you can, bold things, italicize, strike through. You can do all kinds of, stuff here. Save it, and it edits there, so it looks a little different. But these blocks here, to edit them, you just click in them. It's very, very easy to do that. And if you wanted to get rid of one, you could drag it. I think we could click here. I'm not sure where the delete is now on it. But you can delete these out of here. I don't know if we can drag them off, but it's easier to drag them to it. So like a button, you just drag on right here. So you add in a button. Yeah. Yep. So you just click it and hit delete. There you go. Just click it and hit backspace, and you can get rid of that. So like career, I guess that means you're going to go work there. I don't know. That doesn't make much sense. But so you just hit the backspace, and you can delete stuff. You can see that Google Maps isn't loading correctly because we don't have that API key set up. So this is what goes into, we would need to add our API key in that screen we were on earlier for this to show up and to work correctly. So for Google Maps to work, we would need that to happen to set that up. And of course, you could always just delete it off if you wanted to. Just click it. Oops, and delete it. There we go. So it's gone now. So it's update. All right. So now, since we filled in those items, it's gonna, whenever someone fills that out, it's gonna email right to you. So it's, again, super simple to set up a form. If you've ever used WordPress, it's a little bit more complicated. You have to have a plugin and kind of drag and drop the form. So it makes it pretty simple to do that. I'm gonna close. So all our pages work like that: the about, services, contact, all the same type GIF. The blog's a little bit different because it's just a post page. So like contact, you can click it and you can see what we got when we click the blog. You can't edit this page. You cannot edit the page that shows your blog post because it's dynamic. It's going to continue to update as you make blog posts. So if you don't want blogs, you just delete it. So it's really that simple. If you want it, you got it. If you don't, you don't have to. So if we click blog, all post, here's the default blog post. If you want to add another one, you can easily post that in here by clicking add new. All right, let's check this out. When you're blogging, it makes it super simple here because you can go in here and see your post title right here. Ryan's first blog post. Create new. All right, and it's done by admin. I'll show you how to change this too. All right, so now you can drag and drop items here. So here's your left sidebar. You can drag the items here. So if you're doing like a video or a video slider, a video lightbox, or just a video, you can drag these here. Or you can search or begin typing. And then they also have the ability to choose a pre-drafted format. I'm gonna refresh it and hope it comes back here. Yes. So if you want to do a landing page, a call to action, a feature list, subscription page, service list, product page, there's some options here to do that. So if you're wanting to make a landing page for people coming in, you can do that. So there's all kinds of different ways you can go about creating a post or blog post for whatever reason that you're using it for. Let's refresh it. So I guess the big thing I want to get through here is super simple to create new pages, create blog posts, Ryan's weekly blog post. And then it says you can start typing here. So all right, so you can use this editor here to bold, italicize, paragraph. You can change the text color, change alignment, numbers. Very simple editor to make your blog post. Once you're finished, just save, and the blog is saved. All right, done. So let's close this out. Let's talk about that footer really quick. So if I go back to pages and all pages, the footer is very similar to the header. But inside of here, you'll notice theme by Website Titan. If you don't want to have that, just click on it and push backspace. It's done. See, now no one ever will see it, ever. And then you also have some more social icons here. And this is the link for it. But if you don't have these, I don't even know what that is. I don't know. This must be some social network internationally. I'm not sure what that is. But you can delete that. That's for a website. Google Plus is no more, so delete that. So once again, click, push backspace, and you can get rid of stuff. You can add all your links here, change these up. Wherever this links to, you could change them up, edit it to your liking, update. I just wanted to show how to get that link off there before I publish, though. Close. Menus, last thing. So there is a menu structure. So if you notice, remember at the top of the page, it was like home and about. This is where you make that menu. So this is the main header menu. If you didn't want to have a blog, you could just remove the item here. Or I think you'd drop down here and we'd remove it here if you didn't want it. I do want it because I want it for my example, but you can add stuff to the menu here. So here's your pages, and if you have posts, so I got my first one, you could add posts to it. You can add custom links, and this is very beneficial for those real estate agents that have real estate websites set up through their company. They could add their link here, so their website's linking out to that. Categories, if you set up blog post categories, maybe it's a category of your blog. I could create a blog series called Ryan's Tuesday Tips, and I could have a link to the Tuesday Tips in the blog. Tags, if you're tagging your blogs, that's really, I don't know. I'm not a huge tag fan, but you can. And format, I don't know what that's in there for, to be honest with you. Save menu. All right, so that's how the menu is edited. So now let me show you what it looks like when you publish. So I click publish. Are you sure you want to publish the site? All the pages of the site, are you publish? Yes, publish. So what this does is it's downloading the site that you've just edited, and it's going to upload it to your NameHero account. So again, it's a web page builder, but you own the files. The files go to your website. And so you can back up the files, you can restore the files. Everything is on your web hosting account. If you're a reseller out there watching this and you're wanting to offer this to your customers, they'll love that ability. And by the way, it uses secure FTP too, so that's a good thing to upload everything. But the power of it is it's on your account. So no one sees Website Titan. It doesn't look like it's been built from a web page editor or a web page drag and drop builder. Everything goes right into your NameHero account, just as if you were to develop this on your computer and upload it. All right, it's finished. So at that point, we can just go refresh. Take a look now. I've got a cool website. Boom. So check that out. I mean, everything we just did is all on here. The contact page, remember how we moved our maps and stuff like that? So I've got a pretty cool website, and you can see, oh, that's why you need to do the failure message. Because if they don't put anything in here, it just says the success. So they probably want to go back and edit that. But you can see that Website Titan is no longer on here. You just have, your content, your stuff. You can go to services, frozen pipe, and you put pipes. But you can go through and edit all this stuff, to look like your site. I think you start to get the idea of, how you can go about building a site. My weekly blog posts I made, here's what it looks like. And this is the post page showing all the posts. And then when you want to go back in and edit, you just simply go back. So let's just say we finished for the day, we're done, we're tired, done. I just need to go back into cPanel, and it looks like this. Type in website and go to Website Titan Builder. Let's give it a second to pull up. And I have one active site, and I can click on it here. And so here's my site URL, and go back to pages, all pages. Boom. So right here, so I can go back to, working on my page here, my pages, my site, to start changing everything else that we would like for it to show or to not show. If I want to get rid of stuff, add stuff, I can continue on to edit. So here, let's go back to my home page real quick. Let's go to edit. Just make a change so I can show you how that works. So frozen pipes, leak repair, water restoration, shower repair, toilet repair. So let's just add something down here. Our featured services. The right plumber does make a difference. Difference is spelled wrong. What's up with that? As you can see, the demo content wasn't well thought of, which is all right. Because you can, of course, change all that stuff. So like 80 branches, 20 branches here. You can change this. I want to make sure there's not a separate class to do this, though, if I tell you wrong. So like stuff like this is like a countdown button from these materials over here. So, you can obviously change this. So 20, we could change it to 10. Stuff like this. It's more relevant to your business. So 10 expert plumbers. That looks better. 1,000 plus happy customers. Change something like this. Always on call. Let's see. 30 words is fine. Just leave that. Okay, so now once we finish making our edits again, we click Update, save it, and then we click Publish. Do you want to publish only the current page? So yes, if you just edited one page, do this, much faster. You can see it's updating, boom. So once again, it's taking your files and it's uploading them. So it's going Website Titan to your NameHero account. And again, this is so you can take advantage of all the same hosting features we offer at NameHero. There is no different than you making your website, and you can buy Adobe Dreamweaver for however much Adobe Dreamweaver is and put it on your computer and make your site and upload it, or you can use Website Titan and do it all inside of here. All right, so now if I go back to my site and refresh, boom. And this is actually a count up, so my 24/7 did not save. But you can see my expert plumbers, happy customers, always on call, and stuff like that. It did update. But that's all there is to it, and I'd say all there is to it. But I mean, you can see it's very customizable, but you can spend quite a bit of time to get things exactly how you want your website to look. And I've linked the wrong page there. But I think I'll leave it at that in this tutorial, and I'll do some more, specifics on how to, build exact pages and stuff like that. But I think you get a good idea of what you can do with this, and it's very, very, very powerful. It's just like having your own web design person, right there, but you're able to do it yourself, and drag and drop and click and edit without having to call a designer, hire a designer, install WordPress, install a plugin. Everything is all here, all done, all ready to go. And then at the end of the day, if you don't like the template and you want to change it, click themes and you can change it. And so you can, anytime you want to do that, you can switch it over to something else. If you decide one day I'm not gonna be a plumber anymore, I'm gonna have a broadband business, I don't know about that, but whatever you want to do, you can switch it over. I think a lot of people that start their first site have a design one day, but then they change it. When I had my first website, we changed our design every month, but that's kind of how it goes because you're excited. So I get it, and you can do that, 100%. So that's that's Website Titan. It's free at NameHero, all of our hosting accounts. If you want it for your reseller customers, it's $5 a month, and that price might change as I sit here and spout it off on a video. But that's what it is right now. So feel free to ask our sales team, or you'll have that option if you're signing up for a reseller account to be able to offer this. I love Website Titan. It makes it easy. It's easy to use, and the fact that it hosts everything on your NameHero account is my favorite thing about it. And it also uses no database. So like WordPress, you have the WordPress files, your themes, and then all your data is in a database. All your data is in your site, so it's going to load even faster. So there's another huge advantage to using Website Titan. If you're wanting really a lot of speed, you don't have to make any database calls, and it also keeps the site you don't have to update it. Like WordPress, if you develop a WordPress website, you always have to keep WordPress updated. Website Titan, it's just static HTML pages, so you don't have to go in and update it. If you're the type that is just looking to make a website and you're probably going to set it and forget it for a year or two, Website Titan's an option for you. And once again, it is 100% free, unlimited site, unlimited pages. Come and do as you want to with it. There's no limitations, and you can really just run wild with it. So I'm sure there's going to be some questions on this. So what I say at the end of my YouTube videos, if this helped you out, if this gave you information that you did not know we could do, give us a thumbs up. And then that tells me I need to get really specific in the Website Titan building. I probably need to go, and this video, I guess we're about closing in on an hour now, so I probably need to go for 2 or 3 hours to really get specific about it. So thumbs up if that's what I need to do. If you don't like it, you don't want to know any more about it, you're not going to use a page builder, you're a WordPress junkie like myself, which is cool, just give me a thumbs down and I won't make any more. So just use that. Regardless of your decision, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. All the NameHero sales and specials and new features, I publish videos straight to YouTube. If you're subscribed to our channel here, you'll be the first to know about that. I can't tell you how many times people will have a sale, the sale will end, and people say, well, I didn't even know you had a sale. Well, are you on our email list? Are you subscribed to YouTube? Nope. Well, it's hard to notify you if you're not. So, please, we do appreciate those subscriptions, and that is so you stay in the know. So let us know if you have any questions that, maybe I went through something too fast, or I was too jumpy, or whatever. Comment below this video, and, I'll personally reply back to you. I try to get back to all those comments, and I try to do it as quickly as possible too. So thanks so much for watching and using us here at NameHero.com.